Hey everybody, welcome to another round of Canje Plays, and today we are getting into Mansions of Madness. Oh, I put it the right way for the first time. We're getting into Mansions of Madness by Fantasy Flight Games. Let's see what we got. Hey Robert, what's going on? Pull up a chair, pull up a chair. Hey Brian, you as well? Pull up a chair. Come on, let's have some fun. This is a great game. Good morning, all. Good morning. This game is a lot of fun, and we're gonna see if I can live. Yeah, we're gonna see if that'll work. So you can see there's the mansion behind me that we're gonna be dealing with for this specific scenario that we're gonna go through. I'm gonna keep it light. We're gonna be getting into the first game of the month of horror because I have to swap things around because the game that I'm gonna be playing next Sunday when I get back from vacation is not a horror game per se. Well, no, it's not a horror game at all. But I wanted to kick that off right and get into the full month of horror with Mansions of Madness. All right, let's get some information, then we'll hit the table. Okay, so Mansions of Madness, Fantasy Flight. What are you gonna say? Thematic 16, overall 35, 8.0 on Board Game Geek. This is second edition. I've never played first edition, so I know nothing. I know nothing of the sort. I've only played second edition Mansions of Madness. I have played Eldritch Horror, and Eldritch Horror is okay, but I really like this game a lot. Best played 3 to 4 players. I'll be playing with 3 characters this game. 1 to 5 players though. So one will be playing with 3 characters, and it takes about 120 to 180 minutes. Community says 12 plus complaints, about a 2.68 because it's app driven. I know a lot of people don't like app driven games, and they'll say it's not that great. It doesn't bother me, so I like it. Designed by Nikki Valens, a great group of artists working on it, and published by Fantasy Flight Games, which is now owned by Asmodee, who is trying to sell for an absurd amount of money. If they get it, good on them. It's an absurd amount of money. So, all right. Before we begin, let me say thank you to my Patreons. I appreciate you so much, and thank you to my YouTube subscribers. Hopefully, you enjoyed the 500 sub stream. I know I did. So, all right, cool. Let's hit that table. Okay, so we've got the board, and I've made sure to set it wide open spaces for us to play. Our characters that we're going to be playing with is Ukachi Unyele, really young. And oh yes, these minis are painted, and I painted them myself. So Akachi's lovely, lovely ability. Pull this up, make it. Says effects cannot cause you to discard clues unless you choose to. 6 health, 8 sanity. You see the amount of dice she rolls on the side. Rita Young. Right, the sisters are doing it right. You may move 1 additional space as part of the move action if you move. 9 health, 5 sanity. So she's the fighter. And then we've got Agnes Baker. You begin the game with the Storm of Spirits spell, and she's the lore master. So we've got the lore master, the fighter, and the person with strong will that we'll be going through. Okay. Ugh. So you've all played it before. We've got our decks out here to the side, and these deck compartments come from Tower Rex. And right now, Tower Rex, because I was like, hey, I'm going to be doing these deck holders come from Tower Rex, but because I said I was going to be doing playthrough displaying on the board, Tower X said, cool, well, let them know that if they're interested, that there is a coupon code that's specific for the stream that we can use, and the coupon code is Detectives Madness. If you use Detectives Madness, and it's on Etsy, so if you use Detectives Madness, it will come up, and I'll show you just real quick Tower X's things that they offer. And I probably need to make that a little bigger. Yeah, I probably need to make that a little bigger. So here we go. Alright, so Tower Rex on Etsy, if you come on here. That was weird. see if this will take me. There it is. Okay. So they create organizers, terrains, and accessories for board gaming. And if you scroll down, you'll see the different types for Spirit Island, Lost Ruins of Arnak, Dune Imperium, and it's Tyrex is always putting out like new for the new games that are coming out, new type of organizers and inserts and whatnot. So there's all these different ones that are on here that you can get to, and they've all have there's card holders, all that other stuff that you can look at. But they have a really great assortment of this, and because of that, I purchased the Mansions of Madness assortment set, and it came with this. All of it fits in the Mansions of Madness box, and these are just the card holders that come with them. So if you're interested, Detectives, that's with an S, Madness, and you will be able to get it. All right, so let us go to Mansions of Madness and pull that up. Okay, so starting she said she starts off with the Storm of Spirit spell. Let me get her that, and we'll get into it. Oh, this is sorry. Oh, I pulled another thing. I will get that for her. I forgot I pulled her from a different deck. I need to pull that spell. Okay, so I will get that spell in a second, but let's get this thing set up. So, new game. We'll be going through the Vengeful Impulses mission. This one is a difficulty of 2. I picked it to start this off as a difficulty of 2 instead of this thing getting too crazy. Matter of fact, let me grab her spells and I will be right back. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. So I've got the Storm of Spirit spell, so basically I will shuffle these up and pick one. And let's see which one he gets, because each one does something terrible on the other side. Okay, we'll pick that one. Let's see what this does. So you may suffer 1 face down damage to deal 1 additional damage while attacking with this card. So 4 damage plus 1 additional if I take damage. She's strong. So she starts off with that. Okay. Let's get into it. Oh wait, you're gonna make me select. I have to select the other more. My collection, 2nd edition, and she comes from the Horrific Journey. Gotta turn that on so I can make her an available investigator. Alright, so we go to game menu, new game. Alright. An acquaintance named Thomas Carvey requests the pleasure of your company at the dinner table. Among his other invitees is the man or woman Carvey believes to be plotting his demise. Using the party as cover, find out who is planning Carvey's murder and why. Okay, so we'll be selecting Agnes, Takachi, and Rita. In our items, we've got Wither, Wither. Definitely grab one of those. And then we have medical textbook, life preserver, and fine clothes. And each investigator begins with one clue. Okay. Lovely setup. I would get this in Lord of the Rings Journeys to Middle Earth to the table a lot more of these. But these small cards do burn eyes. They will burn your eyes. They will be like, oh, the pain. Okay, so Wither says, as the spell takes effect, the victim's body withers and mummifies. Well, who's got the ability to deal with this? I'll say Akachi's got it. I'll give that to Akachi. Then we go to this stuff, and we'll look up fine clothes. Fine clothes. Medical textbook. I don't have a life preserver here. Just weird. If you are in another set, I'm going to be furious. Like, you are, aren't you? Okay, this is why I shut the other ones off, because I didn't want to take out of this, and now I gotta go get that. Awesome. I am really winning this morning. So one clue. One clue. One clue. And I'm going to have to get that same box again. With every I put it right. I'm a smart person. Life preserver. Alright. Okay, so life preserver. Heavy weapon. You may ignore water. Why would I? Okay, sure. There's water in a mansion. Medical textbook. You or another investigator within range may discard one face down damage. That says an action. And fine clothes. Roll one additional die while resolving an influence test. Okay, so who's my talker? You are 4, you are 2, you are 3. So fine clothes is going to go to Agnes. Medical text for healing. I'll give that to Akachi. And sure, Rita, you'll get a life preserver. Because why not? Alright. So let's go to continue setup.
Thomas Carvey has a reputation for throwing unique dinner parties. Each of his soirees combines strange food with even stranger people. When his invitation came in the mail, your first instinct was to toss it in the trash. But the personal plea on the reverse side, written in large, blocky letters, caught your attention. Now, as your car winds up the drive, your doubts return. Carvey's lavish mansion and fancy topiary cannot conceal his reputation completely. Your fellow guests are surely some of his more infamous connections, people with only veneers of respectability. Carvey greets you almost immediately after you get out of the car. Oh, you made it, right, this way. He lowers his voice. Some of the guests have already arrived. You'll need to be discreet. This may all come to nothing, but still, my general policy is always to have an ace up my sleeve, so get in there and figure out who is trying to kill me.
Seems to have trust issues. I'm feeling this man has trust issues. Right. Mr. Carvey leads you into his room. Place the entry hall tile. Hall tile and hall tile and hall 2. This from the base game. Betty. Bed. So many things. 2-bedroom 1. Hall corner. Hall 1. Hall 2. Hall corner 2. This is hall corner. Hall stairs. Hall corner. Hall end. Entry hall. Bell tower. Hall 2. Okay. As indicated. You see your host inside it and are surprised at the disarray. Several pieces of furniture lie on the floor, and it looks like a fight occurred. Place your investigators as indicated. So I gotta figure out how to place Hall 2. Okay. Like this, and like hey, Steven, what's up? So we are here, here, and here. Back under his roof, Carvey seems to slip easily into his role as host. Welcome to my home. Please excuse the mess. There was a minor incident earlier, but I will tell everyone all about it during dinner. Place a person token is indicated. This is Thomas Carvey. He believes an acquaintance here is planning to murder him. Murder. Okay. A polite clearing of the throat draws your attention to a smartly dressed butler who is tidying the mess. Thomas nods. Ah, yes, this is my butler. He's the only one in the house who knows why. He stops, looking around briefly. Well, why my butler can also help you with anything you need before dinner. Place a person token as indicated. A day planner has been set on the side table. Place a search token as indicated. It looks like there's a wall there, but I'll place it in a second. A thin piece of parchment has been framed on the wall. Place a search token as indicated. And it looks like we've got wall. No door here. Through that door is the dining room. You can find Miss May Nguyen enjoying herself in there. Place an explore token as indicated. Through that door is the library. Leland Williams is likely reclining in there. Place an explore token as indicated. And through those doors is the lounge. I believe young Miss Drazi is trying to avoid small talk in there. Place an explore token as indicated. Mother Mary. Through that door is the conservatory. My personal assistant, Miss Jean Spencer, is likely in there. Place an explore token. There's one that was here. And another one. You notice a door Carvey has failed to mention. Place an explore token as indicated. Hey, Cyber Mage, how's it going? Good morning. Pull up a chair. Carvey gestures you closer to him. Now, dinner will be starting promptly at 7, so you only have a little time for mingling before dinner. After dinner, you will be able to talk with them more and really understand any concerns. Also, while I appreciate why you are here, please have a certain level of discretion. That means no ransacking my house in front of my guests. I have seen how your type operates. Ugh. Your type, excuse me? Thomas Carvey has hired you to find which among his 4 dinner guests is attempting to kill him. In exchange for your assistance, He has promised to pass you information on some of his more suspicious contacts. In order to save his life, you must mingle with the other 4 invitees to learn more about them. Alright, our turn. Okay, so we must mingle with the first invitees. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a chat with you on Maid, and let's talk about how we're going to do who's going first. I gotta have some little knick-knack that I can use. Here we go. I'll use a coin. I use a coin from Gloomhead to determine who's going and who has gone. So, all right. Okay, so I'll give you these coins to say who all has gone and who has not. And then, hey Matt, how's it going? Pull up a chair. So then I'll say who's good with influence. It would be Agnes, so Agnes will go first. She only gets 2 actions. Her first action is going to be to have a chat with this lady. The butler has begun to tidy the foyer by rightening the overturned furniture. I will ask her what happened here. The butler's dull monotone is a stark contrast to the tight frown of her face. A gardener in Mr. Carvey's employ took exception to a comment made by Mr. Carvey earlier today. He has since been released from employment. I would not normally speak of such unpleasant business, but I was instructed to answer any questions you might have. Please do not spread this around. Gain 1 clue. Okay. The second thing I'm going to do, because we got to talk with everybody, is I'm going to move 1 here. Instead of moving 2, I'll move 1. When you move, you can move 2. All the Arkham Files games are among my top played, so this should be fun. Just doing my Sunday baking and waiting for Doe to hydrate. Nice. Alright, so that will end her turn. I'll flip it over to the other side of the coin, the non-lion side. Then we will pick... Not ready to fight yet, so we'll pick Akachi. And Akachi will move here and search that table. A day planner has been left open on the side of the table. Let's look at it. The journal is written in some sort of shorthand. Let's go ahead and get our test going. So for lore, she rolls 4 dice. I know usually I go through and do an explanation of a tutorial, but so many other people have done it, so it's perfectly fine. So she's going to roll 4 dice because it says 4 on her lore. She's got 1, 2, 3, 6. Oh, can't see. There we go. She's got 1, 2, 3 successes. Hey, Steph, pull up a chair. So she's got 3 successes. First half of the planner is filled with appointments that all seem relatively normal. You even recognize some of the names as guests at the dinner party. In recent weeks, Harvey has made fewer scheduled meetings. You also notice that he has canceled every appointment in the past few weeks with both Bryce Drazi and Leland Williams, 2 of the suspects here tonight. The strangest thing by far is a line scribbled on the bottom of a page in a hand that does not look like Harvey's own. One you trust plots against you. Gain 2. Okay, so he lured us here under false pretenses. Gain 2 and discard this. The weird text in another hand concerns you. Carvey might know who wrote the cryptic warning in his book. Yeah, but do I trust him to talk about it? Let's find out. I'm gonna go with Rita first. So you're done. Rita's turn. She is going to say doesn't have any influence. Ooh, the person who I would need to talk to him won't. So I think she's gonna move. Ooh, that sounds good. Cressy loves the white bread. That sounds really good. I think she's gonna move. She's gonna move 1, and she's gonna open that door. Kari mentioned this was the door to the dining room, and that May when one of the guests was in here. Floor. The dining room is surprisingly cozy. Discard this explore token and place the dining room token. Here it is. Okay. A young woman mixes a drink. Place a token. Place a person token as indicated. This is main win. Win. A strange amulet on the side table catches your eye. Place search token as indicated. Something has been forgotten underneath the table. Place search token as indicated. Another door leads to the kitchen. Place an explore token as indicated. Hey Hans, what's going on? Oh, there. You may move 1 space into that room. Thank you. Okay. That's her two. She moved and she opened the door. We're done! Yay! Rita Young's muscles spasm and lock suddenly, and for no apparent reason, Rita suffers 1 face down damage. Strength negates. Well, she's all about that life, so I just need to roll 1 success. Ta-da! So she's good. No damage. Investigation. Alright. I wish I could bake. I'm a home cook as well, but I'm not a baker. So we refresh all their coins. And going back to talk to him seems like a chore. To ask him about the scribblings. 2 people he didn't talk to, which are these 2 here. This one and this one. He has talked to her. Let me start off with Rita. She's gonna look at the amulet first. First action. The amulet's heavy and would be hard to conceal. It would be a mistake to take it now. Okay. Cool. Oh well, at least I didn't use my action, which is great. I didn't use my action. So, let me have a chit chat with her. May swirls a drink in her hand. Reader. Well, hello to you too, she grins and raises her glass. Now it appears to me that you are not having nearly enough fun at this party. Hold on just a moment. May opens a drawer in the coffee table, revealing an assortment of bottles. She mixes you some kind of concoction made of several liquids. Now, this is what makes a party. Here, try it. No. I don't know you. You try to roofie me. This is illegal. May pouts. You're a blue nose then, because you may be at the wrong party. Whether she has put whatever she has put in the drink, it certainly burns. Check, make a strength check. Ooh. Wow. Well, I'll spend that to get 1 success, because that's par for the course. Oh, wait, I got 1 here. Sorry, I didn't see that. So 2 successes. You down it, and May lets out a low whistle. All right. Will you look at that? Finally someone who can keep up with me. Tom has been no fun at all lately, spending all his time out in that conservatory of his. Ooh, interesting. He's going to have some great tomatoes one day, I'm sure. Here, he will not miss this. Gain the whiskey common item. So he's been in the conservatory a lot. This guy's trying to kill us. I'm calling it. I'm calling it now. Again, whiskey cup. Whiskey. Discard up to 2 face down horror, then flip this card. Cool, cool, cool. Now, what can I help you with? How do you know Carvey? Oh, Thomas and I go way back. Ancient history back. I've known him for a long time, before he had some fancy things in his rooms anyway. Ancient fancy thing? Ancient history? Fancy thing. I want to know more about this conservative. Oh, yes, she gestures at the sword on his wall. Boys and their swords. I swear he has spent more time with that thing than he has with me lately. He really knows how to put a girl out. Now, you have missed the first rule of etiquette and made a lady sad. I think I will call this conversation done for now. In one clue. And I forgot to ask her her name. Jerk. Alright, so that was my first action. My second action is going to be to move over here. And I'm done. Okay, so we've got Agnes and the Kachis to go. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Baking is just practice. There's still lots I haven't done. I need to get better at it myself. All right, so we're splitting the party. She can run if she needs to. So let's take Agnes up 1 and open that door. Carvey mentioned that this was the door to the library and that Leland Williams, one of the guests, was in. Floor. The library is well kept. The shelves are neatly organized and the room smells faintly of polished wood. Discard the Explore token and place the library token. The library. Here it is, library. And the wall token. Okay. Wall token. A stately man jots down notes in a small notepad. Place a person token indicated. Okay. This is Leland Williams, one of your suspects. An ancient tome lies in the glass case. Place search token is indicated. I need to move the map, don't I? See better. Move it over. A familiar cover on one of the books catches your eye. Place a search token as indicated. You may move 1 space into the room, and I will. Okay. Well, to move and open the door was my 2, so Agnes is done. And Akachi's going to move 1, 2 to get into that room. And then she will have a conversation with Mr. Man. Leland Williams jots notes into a small pad. Let's greet him. Leland tucks his notepad into his pocket, then shakes your hand. Pleasure to meet you. Can you tell me about yourself? Has Thomas thrown you in here without any introductions? I am surprised. Usually his manners are much better. He and I are recent competitors, but we had been friends longer than that. We have always had similar interests before he was obtaining rarities for himself. He was buying them for me. How do you know him? Similar interests as well. Well, then I'm sure you and I will get along just fine. Say, has Thomas shown you any of his collection yet? You should take the chance before dinner to look around. The sword Carby has on his wall is just one of several rare pieces he keeps on display. Though the truth be told, I am more interested in that book over there. I'm usually the first to hear of new kinds like that one. But he got it out from right under my nose. Refuses to sell it too, which is a shame because I know I could turn a profit on it. Gain 1. clue. This is Akachi. Okay. So that was her move action, and she interacted with the dude, and we're done. It's a library. So all of them have gone. For token over. What was that scratching sound? No immediate effect. Wait. Look. We're gonna have Rita go first. She's going to search under this table. You see an abandoned item beneath the table. If you're careful, perhaps you could acquire it before anyone notices. Okay. That is an agility check, which she is. We'll see how she does. Using your foot, you attempt to nudge the item towards you surreptitiously. There, I'll give you a better view of things. 4 dice. 2 successes. I'm going to spend this clue to make it 3. With the item at your feet, you feign having dropped it yourself. Gain the pocket watch common item, then discard the search token. Pocket watch. Pocket. You may perform 1 additional puzzle step while attempting a puzzle. That's the pocket watch. So Rita got that. So Rita's getting her own stuff. Yeah. Alright, so then remove the search token. Okay. So then her second action is she's going to open up this door. Door leads to the kitchen. Right. The kitchen is warm and filled with the aroma of cooking food. Discard the explore token and place the kitchen. Okay. Harvey's cook is stirring something over the oven. Place a person token as indicated. No. No. Sorry, I'm trying to find the exact one, but I really don't need to. I'll put this one there. Okay. Oh, here it is. Ah, I did find it. Through a small door appears to be a well-stocked pantry. Place search token as indicated. You may move 1 space into the room, and I will. Alright, so she's done. Okay, so Agnes is going to move, and then she's going to search for that. One of these books looks familiar to you. Search it. You pull the book from the shelf and flip through the pages. Lingering on familiar pictures, you find a chapter that contains useful information. Gain the Arcane Insight spell. Okay. 4. So it says, you are another investigator within range, gains 1 clue, then flip this card. The big difference between you and Rob is that you can pronounce surreptitiously. How did he pronounce it? Alright, so we'll shuffle these up. Alright, so then we grab it, and this is going to Agnes. So she got fails. Alright. And remove the search. Okay. Alright, that was her 2, so she's done. I really wish they had 3 actions. 3 actions is perfect for this, not 2. Yell at me. Alright. I do need to question him again, so Akachi's gonna question again. Leland has returned to jotting things down in his notebook. I'm gonna ask, are you acquainted with the other guest? Or I could do how is business. How is business would be like the polite way of being. Why are you here? I'm gonna go with how is business. Leland shrugs. Fine as it ever is. Why? Are you interested in acquiring something? Just ask. Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Well, then I'm sure we could come to some understanding. You should come by the office tomorrow. Bruce Drazi was in there just the other day asking about my wares, and I will tell you what I said then. I have the best selection in 5 states. Come by and I will give you a tour. Gain a clue. She is the clue racket lady. All right. Okay. I'll talk to him again. Leland's return to John. Oh, okay. So I can't talk to him right now. Let me check out this book and see if I can. Nope, can't do it right now. Okay, then I'm gonna move back out into the hallway. I'm gonna chill right there. And that'll end my turn. A loose, fluttering page covered in barely legible text catches Agnes Baker's eye. Unable to resist, she reads. She reads. Agnes Baker suffers 2 face down horror. Lore negates. She rolls 5 dice for lore. Then she flips 1 horror face up. Oh no! 1, 2. Negated it. Woohoo! Just barely. So, nope, no horror for me. Investigator phase. Alright. Rita Skeeta. Rita is going to, Rita is gonna go into pantry and search that clue. That's her 2. Move. Okay, forgotten behind a barrel of apples is an item that might help with your investigation. Gain the 41 Derringer common item, then discard the search token. Derringer, not the automatic. $45 automatic. 18 Derringer. 41. Yep, there it is. You may deal 1 additional damage while attacking a monster in your space with this card. So it's a 3 hit, and now it's a 4 hit. And that goes to Rita. She is stocking up. And remove the search token. Why is a gun in the kitchen anyway? No one's saying that, right? Why is a gun in the kitchen? So that would end her. I forgot to flip these back. Because that was a move and the search. Akachi is going to actually search what's in that hall first and then open the door next. You look over the parchment with interest and know it would be useful to your investigation. Unfortunately, simply taking it might not raise Carvey's ire. So, doesn't waste an action. But, so my first is going to be to open up this door. Carvey mentioned this was the door to the lounge and that Bruce Drazi was one of the guests. Do it. Ooh, the lounge. The lounge is full of fine artwork and lavish furniture. Place the lounge tile as indicated and discard all explore tokens leading to it. Okay. Ooh. The lounge. Okay. All you go away. What do we got? A young man is studying a painting on the wall. Place a person token there to indicate Mr. Draze. Okay. One of your suspects. A large sword has been mounted to the wall above the couch. Place a search token as indicated. So that's the sword people have been talking about. An assortment of picture frames have been arranged on the side table. Place a search token as indicated. You may move one space into the room. Don't mind if I do. Alright, so first action was to open the door. Second action is going to be move here. And I'm good. Okay, that ends Akachi's turn. Agnes's turn. She's going to move 1, 2. And he didn't mention that door. I'm going to try to... let me... I'm going to try to open that door. Agnes is not a fighter. She needs some. Well, but she's got a spell if she needs to fight. Okay. What do I do? It's invasion of the body snatchers. There's no way they can't succeeding at dice rolling. Hey, barely. Just barely, Matt. Just barely. I will. He didn't mention the door. He's in the hallway, so let's not do that just yet. I'm gonna move 1, 2, and talk to him next round, and that's gonna end my turn. A senseless chatter rises, filling not just the air, but Akachi's mind. Akachi suffers 2 horror. She will roll willpower +1. +1. Willpower +1. Her willpower's 5. 1, 2 to get rid of those 2 horror. So 1 success +2. She's got it to spend. So no damage. Thomas Carvey said dinner will start promptly at 7. You are running out of time to get questions from the other guests. Kind of figured that's what was going to happen. Okay, Kachi's going to start first. She's going to search. This. The assortment of picture frames has been arranged on the side table. Search it. In one picture, a man who looks like he might be Bruce's father introduces an angry-looking Bruce to Carvey. Interesting. In another picture, Jean holds up a certificate of authenticity while Thomas Carvey waves a strange book at the camera. One of the pictures is of Leland and Carvey sitting together at some sort of black tie event. Carvey smiles politely at the photographer while Leland frowns pensively down at his notebook. The last picture is of Carvey and May. He whispers something in her ear while she holds a hand over her mouth, stifling a laugh. So May and Leland are cool. Okay. These photos can be used to connect Carvey to each of his potential suspects. As you look at them, you notice a string of strange letters written in chalk. Perhaps Carvey will know more about these markings. Discard the search token and gain the photographic evidence unique item and 2 clues. Okay, photographic evidence unique item. The proof can be seen clear as day. It's clues. This is Akachi collecting clues again. Investigators may interact with the photographic evidence unique item in the app to review gathered evidence. Okay. That means that's gone. So that was her first. It is giving all the tests to the people who are strong against it. Yeah, lucky so far. So that's her first action. Her second action is going to be to move 1, 2 here. And she is done. I keep forgetting to flip. Okay. Then Agnes's turn. Agnes is going to have a chat with you, boy. Bruce draws, he straightens his tie, he fixes his eye. Greet. He startles, then a nervous smile across his face. Oh, hello. It's nice to meet you. How do you know Carvey? We're past the tell me about yourself. Oh, Thomas? He does business with my father, and we became acquaintances through that. He certainly acquires quite the collection of friends. Collection of friends? I suppose that does not sound quite right, though it sometimes seems that way. Thomas is very proud about surrounding himself with only the best, and I am glad I am also counted among that number. Something in Bruce's word makes you pay closer attention. That is observation, 4 dice for Agnes. 1, 2, and I'll spend a clue to make it 3. You realize that Bruce has broken out in light sweat. Something wrong, buddy? Bruce straightens his tie. No, of course not. I was just looking at the sword in this painting. I think it might be a depiction of the same one that is mounted in the lounge. If that is true, this sword is likely a valuable artifact. This find might even interest my father. You will pardon me, of course, if I study it in a little longer. It's nice to talk to you. Gain 1 clue, so I get my clue back. Sus. Hashtag suspect. And I can't talk to him again, can I? Yes, let's talk to him again. Bruce adjusts his glasses. Do you like these parties? Will you tell me about the other guests? Well, will you tell me about the other guests? I do not speak to them, but I suppose I could tell you little about them. Truth be told, I do not think Miss Spencer likes me very much. My father respects the work of Mr. Williams very much. I must confess to finding him a little intimidating. May is very social, and I fear I do not meet her expectations when we... I'm not sure if that was what you needed, but I hope it helped. Gain 1 clue. Cool, so I got 2 for the price of 1. And that's you. Rita! Rita. Let's talk to the cook. Move and talk. You may move 1 additional space. So the cook busies herself with something on the stove. Any good gossip? Or what happened in the foyer? Well, the maid already talked about it, so let's go any good gossip. No such thing as good gossip, the cook winks, but I suppose I could share a little something. Did you know our Mr. Carvey has a particular love of gardening? Spends a lot of time in that conservatory of his. I would not have imagined it myself just from looking. In 1 clue. Right, Rita. Okay. All right. Alright, so Rita has gone. She's moved. And at that, she's done. The lights flicker, then die. Place darkness in each space in the lounge. The Mythos event affects each investigator in the dock. Place darkness in each space in the lounge. Okay. Okay, so the only person in the lounge is Agnes. Resolve event. The sudden darkness is overwhelming, and you find yourself completely blind. Pass willpower 1. She only rolls 3 dice for this. And it says, if you pass, you force yourself to press on, using your memory of the room to navigate. If you fail, you stand rooted to the spot while you wait for your eyes to just become restrained. 1 success. I'm good. This other one was a success as well, so I'm good. I'm good. Any moment now, the dinner bell will summon you to dinner. Okay, so it's next round this is happening. Alright. So you're going to move 1, 2... See if you can chat this lady up one more time. Mace sips from her drink. No one here can be as fun as you, right? Having fun? No one here can be funny. Let's flatter her. Ah, come on. No one is going to be as fun as me, May sighs, though I suppose I can tell you a few things. Bruce is always nervous. Do not take it personally. He is kind of like those scared rabbits that are shaking all the time. You got to be gentle with him. Not that I can blame him. I hear his dad is a nightmare. Jean is a dear, but she definitely works too hard. Tom has her working day and night. She says she likes it, but I would love to take her dancing more. One word about Leland, stodgy. I do not think you would have one nice thing to say about each other. See, no one is nearly as interesting as I am. Gain one clue. Alright, Rita, we're gonna need those. So that ends her turn. Because she moved and she talked. Okay. Let's take a look at the wrong thing. Bag. In one picture, a man who looks like he might be Bruce's father introduces an angry-looking Christian Harvey. Oh, it's just the photo. Okay, it's just the photo. Those things that happen are one of the things. So let's have Agnes chat him up one more time. Bruce has returned to studying the painting. Okay, so he's done talking to me. Not really much for her to do. Let's see what's up ahead. Or we could try this door. That's the entry hall to the outside. I'm gonna have Akachi do that. Turns in this game go so fast. You always feel like you're running out of time quickly, but yeah, it does. It does. 1, 2, and then let's try to open that top door. Harvey clearly does not yet believe that whatever is behind this door is relevant. So, nope, that doesn't waste an action. Let's go in here with. Yeah, let's go in here with and that would be my move. Move. All right, so you're done. All that's left is Akachi. She's going to, she is going to try the door. Harvey mentioned this was the door to the conservatory and that Gene Spencer, one of the guests, was here. Explore it, please. Conservatory. Okay. So. Cool. Here. A young woman leans against a conservatory shelf, perusing a small book. Place first took is indicated. This is Gene Spencer, one of the suspects. A pile of gardening tools has been left abandoned. Place search token is indicated. And Harvey has shown a recent devotion to gardening. Perhaps if you look around the conservatory, you can discover why. Place search token is indicated. And a glass door leads out into Harvey's yard. Place an explorer token is indicated. You may move. Yeah, I will. I will do that. And the dinner bell's about to ring, and I haven't talked to her, but I need to search stuff. I'm going to search. Pile of gardening tools is left abandoned. Search. Digging through the tools, you find most of them to be rusted and useless. However, just as you are ready to give up, you notice one thing still in working order. Gain the Elder Sign pendant common item, then discard the search token. Gatling gun. Get that. Elder sign. Here it is. Like, geez, no, that's the ward. Where is it? Here it is. Elder sign pendant. Roll one additional die when evading a monster. Soylent Green, our people. And that goes to Canje. And remove the search. Okay, well, it's dinner bell time. Alright, we're good. I've talked to everyone but Miss Spence. The ringing of the bell calls everyone to this evening's meal. You and the other guests are moving towards the dining room when the lights suddenly go out and the mansion is plunged into darkness. Place darkness in each space of the board, then each investigator suffers one face down horror willpower negate. An investigator in darkness cannot spend clues to convert dice results or perform additional puzzles. Okay, so that's probably why they gave us 10 billion of these. Alright, here we go. In each space. On the board, right? In each space on the board. I think I got them all. So much for all the clues. I know, right? Clues mean nothing now. That will be the fuse box. I've been having issues all week. Carvey's voice booms from somewhere in the dark. Just a moment. I will get it back to the working order. Everyone finds a chair and sit tight. Though you hear a cacophony of footsteps, your eyes have trouble adjusting to the sudden dark. You lose track of the others in the house. Remove all person tokens from the board. Okay. A few moments pass in the dark before muffled thumps. Oh, I was supposed to do the willpower thing. The willpower thing. Let's start off with you with 5. Yep, I'm fine. With you with 4. Sorry, I completely forgot. Yep, you're fine. I got 3. With you with 3. Yep, I got it. I'm good. I got 2. I'm good. 2 horror. Each investigator suffers 2 horror. Willpower negates. So I rolled 4, 3, 2. Good. Find the source of the scream and restore the lights of the house to discover the cause of the cacophony and panic. Oh, Carvey's panic. Sorry. Alright, that was good. Okay, so we're in darkness, everybody. Darkness. The fuse box. Well, no one's around, and I'm in places where I can steal stuff. So first, Agnes We're gonna start taking stuff. So Agnes is gonna take this. An ancient tome locked in a glass case. Let's search. 2 shadowy figures approach the case. Clearly, some of the other guests had the same idea as you. In the dark, you are unable to make out either of the figures' features, and when you step closer, both shadows flee. You think you could pick the lock on this case with a little effort. Make observation. Tap to attempt the puzzle using observation. I got 4 in observation for Agnes. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 5 moves to do this. But can I can't use, because of darkness, I can't use clues to resolve a test, but what about one of these, right? What about one of these puzzles? Can I use clues to inhere in darkness? So that's an interesting question. Darkness. 7. For people who've played, I'm curious. Darkness is a feature that hinders an investigator's test resolution. An investigator in a space containing darkness cannot spend clues to convert dice results or perform additional puzzle actions. Stated right there. Rude. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. So that was my first action. My second action is going to do this again. My second action, let's do it again. 1, 2. The glass case opens with a small click. Gain the Tome of Secrets common item. Yeah, set or puzzles either. Yep. Tome of Secrets common item. You may become mesmerized to convert all magnifying glasses to successes while resolving a test. That ends her turn. Rita is going to try to grab this thing. I want that sword too. A strange amulet has been left on the side table. Search. The amulet is smooth in your hand. You pocket it in the dark, confident it will be helpful in your investigation. Gain the Elder Ward common item, then discard the search token. Elder Ward. I did see that. I want that sword. Elder Ward. Roll 1 additional die while attacking a monster attacking you. Roll 1 additional die while a monster is attacking you. The Elder Ward. Okay. Then discard the search token. That was her first action. Her second action is to move 1, 2, 3 because she gets an additional move action. That will end Rita's turn. Akachi's turn. Since we're all in places where we can take stuff. Harvey has shown a recent interest in gardening. Perhaps by looking around, you'll be able to discover the root of his interest. You find a segment of wood floor that sounds more hollow than the rest. As you poke and prod around, one of the knots in the wood depresses and reveals a trap door. Discard the search token and play the secret passage. Okay. All right. As you enter the tunnel, you swear you hear footsteps echoing through it, but in the dark you cannot tell if they are coming or going. Among the noise, you hear something clatter to the floor, and you press back against the wall until the footsteps fade. As you creep along the passage, you stumble over something on the ground. Gain the Cultist Journal unique item. Okay. It's evidence. The journal describes the crime in brutal detail. The investigator holding the Cultist Journal unique item may read the journal by interacting it. The passage is cold and dank and slopes downward into the earth. Place the basement storage tile as in the. Then place darkness in each of the basement storage. Where's that? That's here. And darkness, everybody. Dark. Okay. You emerge in the cool, dark basement. Place a secret passage. Do I have that? Here. Yeah, here it is. Okay. The fuse box Carvey sought is against the far wall. Place the search token as indicated. Hey, hey, hey! A ghastly figure slumped in the corner. Place the search token as indicated. Thomas Carvey lies on the floor dead. His sightless eyes stare towards the ceiling, and his body is surrounded by candle stubs. He appears burnt or shriveled, though you do not smell the stench of burning flesh. That is not Thomas Carvey. All right. Not cool. Not cool. A door at the far end of the basement leads back toward the rest of the house. Place the floor token as indicated. Ah! Not cool. Yeah, and I'm going to spend my next action to turn on those lights. So that was my first action. My next action, turn on them lights. The fuse box Harvey Sart hangs open. Search. Suddenly, someone has muddled with these wires. You must reconnect them properly to restore power to the house. Tap to attempt a puzzle using observation, which is 4. What the hell is this? What the hell am I looking at? Do they turn? Oh. Okay, okay. Alright. So I don't know how to solve this. I can move. I mean, what do y'all think? I need a drink of water. That's what I think. I need a drink of water. What the hell am I looking at here? I'm assuming I need to connect red to red and blue to blue. But do I have to connect all of them? I have no idea. Uh. The hell am I looking at? I could swap the top two. I don't even know what I'm looking at. And yes, colors have to match. There should be 2 endpoints you need to connect. Yeah, but all right. So if we keep start up in the top left, which makes sense, then if I shift top right to center at top, then that opens up some possibilities. So, this is where I'm going to lose. I'm not. I'm good with other puzzles, but this is crazy. So if I do that, then red's going to go down, and I need something to connect, which means red would have to connect over here, which means this one would have to swap, swap. But there's nothing connecting. There's no more. All right, so blue down would have to be down here. There's no more red up, but have to connect to that one. Okay, so I'll do 1. 2. And I have to put, if I switch the mid left with the mid center, but that's the thing, the mid center, I need it to go to the right. It's the, oh god. Ah! What? All right, you flip the master level and the lights in the house flicker back on. Darkness. Discard all darkness tokens from the board. Someone must have shut off the power to the house. Gain the circumstantial evidence unique item. What? Woohoo! uh, and 1 clue. Oh, oh my gosh. What? Okay. Sorry. Remove the search token. It said remove all darkness. Discard all darkness tokens from the board. Whoa. I want that sword. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. The cook wrings her hands near a half-finished dessert. Place person tickets indicated. Bruce paces the dining room. Okay. Jean. So Bruce isn't, not Bruce, but Harvey isn't Carvey. I need to find out who the other body is, and then get to the others and tell them to get out of the house. I need to find out who the other body is. May cries quietly in the library. With the lights restored, you can question the other guests on the murder of Thomas Carvey. He's already dead because you don't smell burnt flesh, which means it's already happened. Oh my god. Okay, so that was her second action. We're done. We're done. Got the power back on. Creatures fill the air, wispy and floating aimlessly. This mythos event affects each investigator in the dining room. Nobody's there. No effect. A crushing sense of guilt unexpectedly takes hold of you. You cannot believe you let Carvey die. A more rational side of your brain recognizes you cannot be responsible for the actions of others. Each investigator suffers 2 face-down horror, influence, negate. Okay, so we're going to go from my right to left, which is Agnes first, who rolls 4 for influence. She's got 2 successes. She's okay. Influence from Rita. This is the scary one. She only rolls 2 dice. Nope, she fails, so she suffers. Well, she's gonna turn 1 in to just suffer one face down horror instead of 2. Can she do anything about that? Monster attacking. You may deal 1 additional. You may perform an additional action during a puzzle step. The whiskey can get rid of 2 face down horror, so 1 right now is fine. Oh my gosh. I fear to think what mythos, what would have happened during the mythos, had nothing happen. Oh, okay. She gets 1 face down. And then finally, Akachi, who rolls 3. 1, 2, and she'll use 1 of these to make it 3. Nope, that's just 2. 2. So she got 2, negates them both. Sorry, she got 2. Gotta look at the camera because I can't see it from up there. Alrighty. Okay. So, Akachi's onto something, and we don't want to bust that up. So let me move this here. Okay. Alright, so because there's no way to go over here, there's no walls. Alright. Rita, I want that sword, Rita. I want that sword. I want it right now. There's something in the hallway, too. Rita's gonna try to get that sword. And then we'll let 1, 2 try to get the sword. A large sword has been mounted to the wall above the couch. This is Dex. You must balance carefully on the overfitted couch cushions in order to pull the sword from place. Her agility is 4. 1, 2, 3. You heft the sword from its mounting, feeling the solid weight of it in your hand. Gain the enchanted blade common item, then discard that search token. Alrighty. I want that sword and I got it. So that's the enchanted blade. It would draw no I would draw no swords, but what are what? I would draw no swords, but what are sanctified. Okay. So that's better than the life preserver, and she's got a gun too. So that will be her act. I wanted that sword. So, alright, so she's done. We need to start questioning the guests. I need to know who that other body is, so Kachi's gonna go first. Who's the other body? A ghastly figure with a misshapen arm is slumped in the corner. Behind it, a shelf has been left crooked, leaving a glimpse of a passage behind. I don't want to go down her passage. The figure is dressed in coveralls and a broad-rimmed straw hat. One monstrous hand grips a muddied trowel. There is no mark on its body that suggests what caused its death. Wherever the blood on the floor came from, it was not this creature. Gain 1 clue. So Akachi's just still gaining clues like a mad woman. Okay. I'm gonna move and I'm gonna find out what's going on with him. And then we'll deal with that door and that'll end her turn. Okay. We need to gather stuff. So she's gonna move in the hallway and grab what's on this wall. We'll talk to the guest next. A thin parchment covered in strange symbols has been framed, hung on the wall. Search. A figure in dark squeaks nervously and quickly disappears back in the shadows. You slip the frame from the wall and easily remove the parchment inside. Gain the arcane manuscript common item, then discard the search. Roll 1 additional die when resolving a lore check, and her lore is already at 5. So it's going to become 6. Okay. And start the search deck. I think we've got everything we need to. That's going to end before. Akachi, before that ended, she was going to read the cult stuff. Sorry. Oh, it caused an action to do it. Never mind. Never mind. Can't. You can't. So that ends her turn. All right. So next round, if we survive, Akachi's going to read the manuscript, and then she's going to check the body. Rita is going to talk to him, and Agnes is going to talk to her. We'll flip back over so I don't forget. You're suddenly aware of an awful and unstoppable passage of time, obsessively dwelling on your ultimate mortal fate. Each investigator suffers 2 face-down horror willpower negates. Okay, so you're going to try to kill me by horror. Your willpower is 3, Agnes. Influence. You may become mesmerized. Lore. You may suffer 1 face-down, deal damage. You or another investigator within range gains 1 clue. No. I got 1, 2, so I negated with 2. 2 successes. Okay. Then Rita, willpower is 4. What can I do? You may deal 1 additional damage. Puzzle. Discard up to 2 horror. Roll 1 additional die monsters. Okay. She's got 1, but she doesn't have any clues. So she gains another one. And I'll use the whiskey to get rid of that. And then willpower of 5 for Akachi. 1, 2. She's good. From far away, you hear the muffled echoes of Carvey's scream, as if transmitted through the radio. Each investigator suffers 2. Come on, again? Alright, we'll go backwards. Because they're trying to kill Rita. I got 2. I'm good. Rita has 4 willpower. I got 1. So I get another one. I need the whiskey. And then you have 3. 1, 2. No problem. Yeah, whiskey time for Rita. Alright. So let's go with Akachi's turn first. Let's check the body. Thomas Carvey lies on the floor dead. His sightless eyes stare towards the ceiling. He appears burnt or shriveled, though you do not smell the stench of burning flesh. Underneath his body, a ritual circle has been drawn and lined with candle stub. You investigate the body of Thomas Carvey and find a dagger buried in his chest. You ease it from the body and watch strange symbols fade from its blade. Get the ritual dagger common. Roll 1 additional die while casting a spell. You do have a spell. You've got Wither. So that can work. Okay. Unsure what ritual Carvey's death may have served you quickly collect the strange objects that have been placed around his body. You gain the ritual component, unique item, and 2 clues. It's in here somewhere. What's not? Why is it not? Oh, unique item. Components unique. Alright. So Akachi's been gathering a lot of stuff. And get rid of search. Okay, then Akachi's gonna do this. Read the journal. The book is written in strange cipher you do not recognize. You will need to decode it to learn more. Tap to do a lore check. Hers is 4. This would have been great for Agnes. And hers is 4. You or another investigator within range may discard 1 face down damage. Roll one additional die when engaged. Roll an additional die when casting a spell. So this would have been the pocket watch. Would have been Rita could have given the pocket watch to Agnes. Agnes could have done this for 6 turns instead of 5. But let's see what happens. Let's see what we're doing. What the hell is this? That last horse face up. Mirror shock. Your heart races and your breath catches in your throat. Resolve immediately. No additional effect. Flip this card face down. Really? Did it say face up and I missed that? I'm sorry. I apologize. But that's what it says. No additional effect. Flip this card face down. So she lucked out. Okay. I've never seen a clue like this. I don't know how to do what this means. I guess I gotta guess symbols. Frick if I know. Oh no. Correct position, correct symbol. Well, let's do with what works first. Guess number 1. I've got 2 correct positions, 2 correct symbols. So the first 2 are in the correct, 2 are in the correct position, 2 are the correct symbols. Okay, so let's, and she has, sorry, this is a lore skill check. She has 4 attempts. Yes, yeah, 4 attempts. One, 2. Yeah, it either says face down on. It either says face down or it just says horror. That means face up. Okay. This one. Okay, so the comment there's. Okay, so 1 position fell away when I didn't have it, which means this is the right position for that. That one I know is right. Next position, we do this one, this. No, I've had that in that position. I haven't had it in the first position. This. So I'm gonna leave the gray out altogether. This. What the hell? All right, so we know 2 correct positions, which is the orange and the red. We know 2 correct positions, which is the orange and the red. The tricky part of these puzzles is symbols can be used more than once. Oh, what? Are you kidding me? I did not know that. Someone has gone through a lot of trouble to make this journal hard to read. I didn't know you could use symbols more than once. Okay. Well, that's the end of her turn. Agnes is gonna go have a chat with young lady. Crying. May weeps quietly, pressing a damp handkerchief to her eyes. Where were you when the lights were off? Who has motive to kill Thomas Carby? Accused of murderer! Okay, so, where were you when the lights went off? Now, who asked a lady about her business in the dark? The joke comes out flat, full of nervous energy and punctuated by May's obvious distress. I suppose it would all come out sometime. That sword in the lounge. I have just been waiting for the opportunity to take it. Last I checked, that makes me a thief, not a murderer. Harvey was good to me most of the time. Okay. So that was 2. That was move. Rita's gonna take up on some whiskey. Discard 2 face down horror. And flip. You smash the bottle. It is crude, but it will make a good enough weapon if if you get into trouble. Treat this as a bladed weapon. Okay. So was that an action? Yep, that was one of her actions. Her second action is going to be to come over here to talk to him next. Unbidden, the terrible things you have seen rise up from your memory where they were safely locked away. Each investigator flips 2 horror face up. Well, you've only got 1. It doesn't do anything and says face down. Strange shadows move and coalesce in the rooms of the mansion, forming the same shadow of a familiar man in each of the rooms. With a start, you realize the shadow bears a strong resemblance to Thomas Carvey. Suffers 2 horror. So you're going to try to kill Rita. Okay. Gotcha. So Agnes, 2. Rita, 2. Thank goodness. Kachi, 1, 2. We're good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I want to open that door, but I need to read this puzzle. So, let's. I want to talk to her again. Says she didn't do it. She wanted the sword. One, and try to open this door. The door leads to the rest of the mansion. Carvey's office is full of scattered books and papers. Place the office tile. I don't know these tiles well enough. Office tile. Leading to it. Okay. Butler mops his brow with a damp handkerchief. Place person token. The butler did it! A locked case has been placed on the shelf. Place search tokens indicated. Some papers and books lie on Carvey's desk. Place the search token as indicated. Yep. So my first action would be in there. My second action is to look at the book. Yep. Search. Among the clutter, you find something that looks like Harvey's personal journal. Gain the old journal unique item. This is Agnes. Who has that? Then discard the search token. Investigator holding the old journal can read it. Okay, is that a freebie? Nope. It cost me an action. But I've already done 2. Okay. Is a blue. I need to solve that riddle. So let me. Akachi's gonna try. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 are in the right position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? Okay, so what's the difference? You weren't there. This is 1 is in the right position. So you. You. You have the correct symbol. You. You. I don't know what's right anymore. I don't know what's right anymore. Alright, so what was the common? You went down to 1 from 2 here. Two, 2, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1. 1, 2. Oh, sorry. No, I'm gonna try it. No, I still won this many times. I did gold at the end. It's still saying 2. Which is weird, right? Because here it says 2 and 2 in the right position, but 2 correct positions. So there is the commonalities I'm looking at here, because my next action is going to be to do this again. I don't know how to freaking read this cipher. So it's 1 commonalities: gray and gold, red and green. Gray and gold, gray, gold, green, and red. Gray's gone. Green's there, so it's gold. And they say it's 1. So instead of 2, so the gray at the end or the green is the key. Do this, that doesn't pair, the gold's there, but the gray isn't at the end. And come over here, there's 3 right. And the difference between these are... No, that's why I said or not. It wasn't you. The app is really confusing on this puzzle. So I got 3 right of the 5 in this one. But what were the 3? All right, let's see. When I removed the red from the end, it went away. When I kept the red in the same position here, I got it. Red there, I got it. Red there, I got it. So, and then red there, I got it. Then when I removed the red, it went away. So we can say for a fact, no, come over here. Red is there. Gold. I really wish I could do a hint. Gray gave me 2. Then it went down to 1 when the red was moved. And gray wasn't there, so gray wasn't it. The green and the gold seemed to hold position. When I moved the green, the gold was happy. When I left the gold there, the gold was happy. When I left there, the gold was happy. When I moved there, it seemed to go away. When I moved there, it came back. So we know the gold's there. So we've got 2. Alright, I'm trying to find out what the third one is. So over here, the third one was here. Alright, anywhere else that we did something? Gold at the end. This just gave us 1, which was the gold, which was the red. This gave us 1, which was the red. So red's not at the end, gold's not at the end. This gave us 3. Gold in the front didn't give us anything. So I transit property, I can say red goes there. Okay, that's 3. 1, 2, 3. So then the outer 2, which is the correct symbol, it's going to be either the blue, green, or gray. So what happens when I remove the gray? Two correct symbols, green and blue. But they weren't in the right position. Green and blue, good. Green and blue, green and blue. No green. So green and blue are my ones. Blue doesn't belong in the front. Green doesn't belong in the front. Try green in the first. When I tried, well, I was thinking about that too, but when I looked at this, here we can say that red and gold were the solids, which means green wasn't in the right position in the front. And gray was in the right position in the back. So when I moved up, once again, two proper symbols. Green wasn't in the front, gray wasn't in the back, and the two was the red and gold. Moved here, the gold is right. There are two proper positions, but once again, green's in the front, blue's in the back. Moved up here, wait, something's wrong. Because here it says there's only one proper position, and gold is here. So gold wasn't the symbol. Then what was the symbol that... But this one says that three are in the right position. Did I ever put gold in the back? Yes, I did, and gold didn't work. So... Well, it did at first, but green isn't in the proper position. I can tell that here there were three that were right. Red, red. Gold in the back doesn't work. So what was the third position? Red up, green, gold up front is the only thing I could think. So then it would be green. It would be green is a proper symbol and blue is a proper symbol, just positioning. It's just green and blue. Green and blue. This makes no sense to me. This makes zero sense to me. I have no idea. I figured it would be more than just two. Because here, the three happy one has nothing but gold and red. We know every single time I put red in this position, and when I took it away, we lost the star. When I added it back, we got 3 stars. Yeah. You know it has 2 golds because of the last guess. But where do those golds sit? So red isn't right. I don't freaking know. I don't know. Gold up front gave me 3. Gold up front gave me 2. Any other time gold up front? 3 right. 1 right. 1 right. So I'm just going to go with gold up front. That seems to be the consistent thing. Everything else is crapshoot. Because the reds make no sense in terms of that. If you wanted to burn one more guess, you could just pull all red and see how many you need. Yeah, that's fair. One. One red. Okay, so 2 golds, 1 red. Where do they fit? Well, 1 red was right. It's not that one. Might be that. Did I do it anywhere else? So red can go here. Gold can go here. So 1 red, 1 gold. 1 red, 2 gold. So did I ever put gold in that position? One, two, three. Is the one gold that was here. So one red, two red, one gold, and one is in the right position. So one right, and one of these greens or blues is in the right position. Sorry, right symbol. Let's do this. Oh boy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now it's just the last symbol. Now it's just the last symbol. It's just the last symbol that's left. So it's gold, gold, red, green. It's gonna either be gray or purple. So let's see if I can survive this next round. But that's Akachi's turn. She's done. So that was both of her turns. Agnes is going to move forward here and then search before we start talking. Search. We need to test observation. That's a puzzle. What's with these puzzles? Alright, so one, two. That's 4. Let me put the dice there and just pull away as I guess. Get 4 observations. So 1 up, 2. Take this up. This slide over to let that out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll get on it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then her next turn, which I'll still keep doing it, is 1, 2. I'm good at these clues. Puzzle completed. The case opens with a click. Gain the 25 automatic common item. Alright, you got a gun. Agnes has got a gun. And that's her turn. That was 2, 1. She's done. Okay, Rita. Rita, let's talk with you. Where were you when the lights went out? Who has the motive that kills Thomas Harvey? Who has the motive? Now, that is a question you should be asking the elder Mr. Darcy. Picks up a lot of valuables Thomas and I have. Fine. Now, I do not like to presume what he does with them, but I can tell you he took a lot of dangerous things off my hands. Thomas stopped selling to him recently, which was great for me, but, well, I do not think Mr. Darcy was happy about it. I also do not think this would be the first time Bruce has done his father's dirty work. Do not underestimate May. I have it on good authority that she was not always the pretty young socialite she is now. I think Thomas helped her cover up her past. Now, you ask me, any girl with half a brain knows that is a loose end that needs tying. Alright, so that was the first action to talk to him. Second action is, where were you when the lights went out? Now, you just hold on. I will have you know that your implications will be reported to my lawyers. But for the time being, no, I did not kill Thomas Harvey. This is what you wanted to know, right? Leland puffs on his cigar. Then his shoulders slump. I did not kill Thomas. When the lights went out, I went to take a closer look at that book. I just wanted to know how he found something so valuable like a bolt from the blue. Alright. Okay, So next round is to have Akachi do the notes. The mansion is completely open, and then let's see what happens. You realize that your life is leaking away into the objects around you. The Mythos event affects anyone in the storage room. This is a storage. No one's in there. No effect. Things move around Thomas Carvey's home of their own volition. Furniture sliding several inches out of place as though someone was shoving them in great fits of rage. Each investigator suffers horror. Lore negate. So Agnes rolls 5. 1 success out of all that. She gets a horror. 1 success. Wait, I roll an additional die. The Arcane Tome says I roll an additional die when testing. Dang it! Okay. You lures 3. So just 3. Wow. 1. So you suffer 1. Does this mean face up? Is that what this means? By far, my least favorite puzzle in the game usually has fewer symbols, though. Does when you suffer horror mean you face up? Or like, I think that's what you were trying to tell me before. Many game effects cause investigators to suffer damage or horror. When an effect causes an investigator to suffer damage or horror, they claim the top card of the horror deck respectively. All damage and horror claimed face up unless the effect cause specifies otherwise. So what do you get? You get sudden shock. Resolve immediately. Gasping in surprise and fear, you clutch at your face, forgetting for a moment what you have been holding on to seconds before. Drop 2 random items, then flip this face down. So what are my items? What are my items? I have a firearm. Yeah, fine clothes. Whatever. It's all this. All the stuff. Drop 2. I will have to spend the stupid action to pick them back up. Annoying. One, 2. Okay. Put this face down. You get yours. Minor shock. Is it 2 minor shocks? 2 minor shocks! 2 minor shocks. Nothing happens. Flip them face down. Okay. Then Akachi rolls lore of 4. 1, 2. Blocked them all. Okay, cool. Okay. Akachi's going to try to figure out the stinking puzzle for the final time. Alright, this is the puzzle, right? Yes. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then see the dust. There we go. God, it sucked. Okay, so puzzle completed. First action. Now decoded, you page through the entries and find the book to mostly be rituals and formulas centered around the being by the name of Yog-Sothoth. Someone has gone through great trouble to gather as much information as possible. Only the final entry in the journal holds some clues as to your specific mystery, however. The others do not yet understand. We do small rites and rituals, gaining knowledge that leads to nothing more than financial success. There has to be a greater plan for this knowledge, and I seek to serve it. There's so much in this universe I could see, as much as I could know. A price must be paid, of course. But it cannot be that different from any other poor wretches who we have dragged in here for the group. It will be Carvey. I think he's the only only other one who really understands what is at stake here, and I do not want him getting any ideas about me. It will be a convenient bonus that will also please my father. Oh, it's this that dude. Okay. It's him. I'm gonna kill you. Alright, so that was my first action. My second action is to move 1, 2. And that'll end her turn. First action for Agnes is to pick up a crap. Annoying. Second action to move 1, 2. Rita's turn, because we're going for him. 1, 2, 3. One. How long will it? 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2 to get him into the room. 1, 2. My face. Sorry, I need a little. Just trying. No, don't, Cyber Mage. Don't. If I mess up, let me know. I don't do the. I don't want to say anything. Let me know if I messed up anything. It helps me. It helps people who watch the video later. It does nothing but a positive. So just let me know if you see something I'm doing wrong. All right. So she's done. Agnes's turn. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Me and Agnes are going to start up on him soon as this investigation phase is over. You're weary to the bone, and your strength is now ebbing. Each investigator flips 2 damage face up. No damage to flip. No, Brian, in joke, but he's right. Keep me honest. Make sure I'm playing this right. The air tightens in the house. Each investigator suffers 4 face-down horror. That would kill Rita. Oh my gosh. So that is... Wait, sorry, who's I rolling for? Sorry. I'm just rolling dice because I'm nervous. So that would be for you. You take 2, 3, so you're gonna take... There's face down, right? Face down horror. Yep. Nervous. 1. Okay, so I'm going to die now because I know what's going on. Cool. Cool. I'm going to die now because now I know what's going on. I think this might be the end of Rita. I don't know what else to do. I can't. 4 is just ridiculous. 2, so she takes 2. So she's barely alive. She is barely alive. Oh my gosh. 4. Alright, well, with her barely aliveness, let's deal with this problem, shall we? Accuse of murder. As an action, you may accuse Bruce Strozzi of murder. Are you sure you want to accuse? Yes. The ghost of Thomas Carvey appears behind Bruce Strozzi and passes one faint hand through the murderer's heart. With a solemn nod, the ghost confirms your suspicion. Bruce Strozzi scowls and loses much of his nervous energy. It does not matter, he sneers. This is merely a setback. Discard Bruce from the board, then spawn a thrall as indicated. So I'm not going to use the minis because I'm painting them, so I'm going to use the thrall here. Basically, it says, with control of this body passed to a greater power, the will of this creature is as alien and terrifying as its form has become. I was promised ultimate power. You will not stand in my way now. The murderer produces a silver key and makes a strange gesture. A moment later, an otherworldly portal appears in the hall. The gate is open. As soon as I have cleaned up loose ends here, I can take what was promised to me. Spawn a thrall is indicated. Okay. And give you this symbol. Another monstrous person steps from the rift. Spawn a thrall. Well, Canje, you are about to have a good day. You're about to have a great day. There is a shriek and cries for help from around the house. The others scramble to cover and protect them. Discard all person tokens from the board. Let's do it. Let's rock. She's about to die. So she should be able to attack something. We're going to attack him. We're going to use the enchanted blade, or actually we can use, you may deal 1 additional damage while attacking a monster in your space. The enchanted blade, bladed weapon or firearm. Roll 1 additional die while a monster is attacking you. So enchanted blade, so it's 4 or not. We're going to attack. So you can attack with the firearm or the enchanted blade. I think firearm. You may deal 1 additional damage while attacking a monster in your space. So firearm. Not trusting your aim, you strive to make up for it with sheer volume of lead. You fire, reload, fire again. So Dex 2, hers 4. I got nothing but clues for you, honey. Nothing. If you fail, you manage to miss entirely. That sucks. That sucks. Wow. So 1 action was to accuse, the second action is to... Well, no, accuse wasn't an action. Because it says, do you want to accuse him? Is there a log? Please tell me there's a log missing. Yep, accuse is an action. Accuse is an action. So that was all mine. Alright. Your turn. Your turn, Agnes. Oh, what's Agnes gonna do? Agnes is gonna use, she is going to roll, she's gonna attack with a spell. Willpower, God. So you begin the recitation, but stumble when you reach the final verse. You scour your memory for the remaining words, and 1,000 voices fill your mind in reply. Test willpower 3. If you pass, you manage to isolate your own voice amidst the din and trust it your guide. The monster suffers damage equal to the spell's damage, plus your test results. If you fail, your mind reels in your senses as you struggle to shut them out, then flip the card you attack with. Yeah, we're gonna make that 2. Okay, so if you pass, you manage to isolate the voices in your head, trust it. So spells damage. So it's 4. And I could suffer 1 face down damage to make it 5. Oh no, it's 4, 5, 6. Sorry. So it says you may suffer 1 additional damage to take this. Then flip the spell you attack with. Shrieking fills your mind as you feel something behind you gripping your neck. No matter how you turn or twist, You cannot shake it, not even see it. Suffer 2 face down horror, then discard this card and gain another one. This game is a game of horror. As this is the name. So how much do I have? 2, 4, 6. So 1 more and I'm dead. Wow. I'm going out with a bang. So it says discard. Then discard this card and gain another one. What did I do? I didn't do 3. How did I do 3? How did I do 3, Brian? I did 1. So let's check to make sure I'm not fudging here. Rita attacked first. She accused and then she attacked and missed. Agnes attacked with Storm of Spirits just now. And then Agnes is going to attack again, which is 2. So that's 2 and 2. So what did I miss? Where'd you see me take 3 actions? Where did you see me take 3 actions? Let me know. Because Rita was the one who was pretty much useless this round. No, are you just house? Oh! No, I really wish I could. I really wish I could, but no, I'm playing it fair. If I could do 3 actions, that would be fantastic. Agnes is going to attack again, and because she's probably going to die this round, we're going to continue on with the madness. So she's going to attack again. It deals nice damage. Attack. Maybe she might use the firearm this time. I can convert. You can convert 1 clue to a success. No, she's going down. She's going down. Lore 2. Her lore is 5. And when resolving a lore test, add an additional die. So 1, spend this clue 2. So we're good. If you pass, the curse bursts from you. The monster suffers damage equal to the spell's damage. If you make an error, so with this, when I'm attacking, I can convert. Oh, that's if I'm using the gun. You may become mesmerized to convert all classes to successes. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Keep that, become mesmerized, and make these successes. That'd be 3. Mesmer. Must be in. Ooh. Dazed. Focused. Insane. Restrained. Done. Wounded. Okay. No mesmerized. Spell. I'm only using these 2. I don't know what mesmerized. Let's look it up in the rules reference. I house rule 3 actions when playing solo. The game is punishing enough. I forgot what those conditions are called. Conditions. That's what they're called. Conditions. 7. I forgot what those conditions are called. I'm a genius. I don't have mesmerized. I don't know what it means. Ooh. I hit you, and then I'll deal with it. So, damage equal to the spell plus 4, 5, 6, 7. Then flip the spell. Howling spirits rise from nowhere, tearing into your flesh with insubstantial fingers. You and each other investigator within range suffer 1 face down damage, then discard this card again. I would love face down damage. Face down damage is what I care about. I would love face down damage. Oh, +1, right? So it was 4, 5, 6, 7, +1, 8. Nah. Nah. Yeah, why not? Okay, that ends her turn. I don't know what I thought I had what mesmerized was. So, okay. If you could have only hit, we probably could have killed them. You're killing me, Rita. Now you're about to die because their entire mansion is going to be a pure horror. Alright, so Kachi's going to have to try to do what a Kachi do. Yeah, so she's going to move into this fun or run away. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. See if she can get over here and kill this. Please, no more horror. Please, please. Fight me. Hit me. Hit me. In the piles of forgotten objects, Rita Young finds a delicate music box. When she opens it, the ethereal melody takes her far beyond this world. Rita suffers 2 horror and is mesmerized. She's dead. Nothing else she could do. Well, she suffers 2 horror. They would be face up, so nothing happens. Keep face up. After you perform an attack action, flip 1 horror face up. And she died. Awesome. Because that would have been grand. Ugh. This wasn't a game for her. I put her in there because she had the fight, and she died. So we'll turn her sideways, and she's out. Oh, she becomes insane. Insane. Losing. Winning and losing. Insane. If an investigator has suffered horror, whether face up or face down, equal to the exceeding sanity, the investigator becomes... When an investigator becomes insane, they gain an insane condition and discards all face down horror. Oh, so she's not dead. Ooh. All face down horror. This one stays face up. Discard all this. I'm reading. Remember, delay. Look at the back of this card, but do not reveal it to other investigators. When you have suffered horror equal to your sanity, you are eliminated. They are laughing at your misfortune, you can tell, but they will not laugh for very much longer. You do not win the game as normal. Instead, you win only if the investigation is complete and 1 or more investigators are are wounded or insane. Otherwise, you lose the game. Alright, so what else happens? Think the scent. Gotcha. Each insane condition has a required number of players, which is indicated on the bottom right. Each insane condition has a required number of players, which is indicated on the bottom right. 2+. When an investigator gains an insane condition, if the number of players is less than required number of players, he discards that card and gains a different copy. Okay. An investigator cannot reveal the back of his insane condition this side without art to the other investigators unless an effect specifically allows him to do so. An investigator's insane condition can alter how that investigator wins or loses the game. In such a case, the investigator may wish to perform one or more of the rarely used actions. See rarely used actions. When insane investigators suffer horror equal, then they are eliminated. So she's not dead, thank gravy. So what is rarely used? 24. 24. Rarely used. Push a monster or carry another investigator. But set fire. Steal. Okay. Alright. So she's alive. Thank goodness. That was worrying me. So she went insane and she becomes what is this mesmerized card? Damn it. This is all the beyond the threshold stuff. This is all the other stuff. That's all the cards I'm using. So what is mesmerized? Normal spirits. Rack, fleshboard, rack. Mesmerize! It's a stinking spell! So we get a spell. Why is it not a condition? So. Yeah, Agnes is on the verge. Okay. So Agnes is mesmerized, so it says at the end of your turn, an alien will take control of this card, and you are mesmerized as well. So at the end of her turn, nothing is as it should be. Everything must be rebuilt. You must prepare the world for rebuilding. Place fire in your space, then discard this card. No fire, my butt. So you don't lose your stuff. Just fire. Okay, card discarded. So you still have your stuff. God, I was gonna be so sad. Okay, so here we go. There it is. Alright, so that's really young, gains mesmerized, then yep, she already went insane. Okay. The Thrall, this is the normal one. The Thrall moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator, and then attacks the investigator in a space who has suffered the most damage, which would be Agnes. Monster attack. The creature strikes where you are weakest using the terrible secrets of its masters. Dex. Your agility is 3, and I need to get a 1. Got 2. Good. You pass. The blow comes too close to injure. The blow comes too slowly to injure. So good. We're good. Next. Moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator, then attacks the investigator in a space with the lowest willpower. 1, 2. So almost 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. So almost 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator and attacks the investigator in the space who suffered the most horror. 1, 2. She might as well just have stayed there and fought. Each investigator must resolve a horror check against the monster within range with the highest monster rating. After all horror checks have been resolved, tap the end phase button to hit. So, okay. So, the Thrall, resolve horror check. Yep. The creature has eyes that see too much. Willpower. If you pass, you look away. If you fail, face down or in the conversation. Okay, so this will be Agnes. Need to beat a 2. Agnes got 2. She's good. If you pass, you look away and put the horror creature from your mind. Rita, what do you get for this thing? Sorry. Oh, it's just win condition. 4. 2, you're good. And then both of those creatures are the same. Let's go with red. Horror check. The thrall shouts out secrets that you thought were safely locked within your own mind. Willpower 3, and you roll 5. 1, 2, 3. If you pass, you're relieved to find that the thrall is shouting nonsense. If you fail, horror. That's it. And the mythos. Okay, fire. Let's talk about fire. Let's talk about fire, baby. Fire 9. What happens with fire? Fire is a feature that is harmful to investigators and monsters. Whenever an investigator moves into a space containing fire, they suffer 1 face-down damage. After an investigator in a space containing fire performs an action other than move, if there is a fire in that space, he suffers 1 face-down damage. When an investigator forfeits an action in space containing fire, he suffers 1 face-down damage. As an action, an investigator may attempt to extinguish the flames by testing agility. For each success, resolves. For each success result, he rolls. He may discard fire from his space or a space he moves into later during the round. Fire discarded by this effect does not cause investigators to suffer damage. Whenever a monster starts its activation in a space containing fire or moves into a space containing fire, it suffers 1 damage. At the beginning of each Mythos phase, before a Mythos event resolves fire, the fire spread. Okay. So, Agnes is about to lose it, but Rita's going to go first. Oh, wait. At the end of her turn, something would have happened. It says relatives. Oh, no, she's mesmerized, so she's mesmerized after she goes crazy. It says the end of this turn is going to activate, which is good. Because the first thing she's going to do is she's going to put the fire out to test agility. She got 2 successes, fire's out. Okay, second thing she's going to do is attack. And she's going to attack with the, enchanted blade. She's going to attack with the enchanted blade. Which is a bladed weapon. Brandishing your blade, you thrust a quick strike to outtrace your enemy's defenses. Agility. Roll 2 additional dice as the monster has suffered 3 or more damage. Sweet. So 5. Okay. One, 2. We're good. We're good. Thank goodness for the 5. If you pass, your enemy's arms raise just after you connect and are quickly diverted to staunching the flow of blood. The monster suffers damage equal to your test results, which is 3, plus 2, which is 5. An invisible force slams the murderer into the ground, and you hear the sound of Carvey's bitter laughter. The investigation is complete. Ah!
The apparition of Thomas Carvey materializes at your side. Though still spectral, he more closely resembles the man he was when alive. He lashes out at the last of the killer's minions, aiding you greatly. With no remaining defenses, you subdue the murderer under the spirit's watchful eye. As you await the police, Carvey's spirit fades, a last smile on his ethereal face. The front door clicks open, and the first rays of dawn spill over the threshold. In the distance, you hear police cars roar up the drive.
We won! We won! We took him down! Agnes and Rita did it. Rita went crazy. So, Rita's crazy says, you do not... So, Rita doesn't win the game. as normal. Instead, she wins only if the investigation is complete and one or more investigators are wounded or insane. Otherwise, she loses the game. But the other two ladies won. So, yay, yeah. Woohoo! We won! So what does it say now if we go in here? I'm just curious. Oh, no, I was supposed to go to new game. I was supposed to go continue. Oh, I can't do continue. I do new game. So does it mark it as done? Oh, it doesn't say it's complete. But we beat it. So we beat Vengeful Impulses. We won. We got awesome. That was close. Except for Rita. Yep, that was close. So we won. Awesome. That was close. I will let you know that this is the second game that I've ever won playing this game. But we got everything in the house. We actually cleaned out, we grabbed all the loot that helped us fight. Other than Rita, the other two won. Rita just went crazy. So that was fun. That was a lot of fun. If Agnes had gotten one more horror, then Rita would have won too. But then Agnes may not have. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. So she put out the fire and beat the creature down. Ugh. Rita at least came through in the end. She came through in the end. So I'm sorry, I'm pumped about this because I'm super happy I won. So what's next? Okay, so I'm off the air for the entirety of next week, and then I'll be back Sunday to play Above and Below with the narrations from Foreteller. Then we're gonna get into the true spirit of October and Halloween and horror by playing a lot of horror games. We're gonna be playing more Mansions of Madness. We're gonna play Lifeform. Yes, we're gonna play Lifeform. We're gonna play Nemesis. We're gonna play Arkham Horror the card game, Innsmouth, because I watched a show about Dagon, so we're gonna watch Innsmouth. We're gonna play Innsmouth. We're gonna play The Night Cage. We're playing all horror games this month. We're playing Arkham Horror 3rd Edition. It's a lot of stuff packed in, all themed for Halloween and all the scariness that's in it. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a nice break and a change for stuff so we can have some fun. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I super appreciate it. If you like what you saw, hit like and hit subscribe. Hit the bell to just get notified when the new stuff's getting posted. I'm not going to post them until I get back. So after I play it Above and Below, I will line out what next week look like in terms of playing games of horror and scariness. But we did a great job. We won. It was fun. Will be a horrific month, Steph. Exactly. But we did great. We did great. It was a lot of fun. I super appreciate everybody. Cyber Mage, do not feel I trust me. I'm cool with people saying, "Hey, you missed this thing." I am not that guy who's a stickler. I will mess up rules, and I'm super happy that you helped me with it. So if you ever see me messing up, make sure to let me know. If it's after stream, post it in the description of the comments below, because other people who come and watch the content can look at it and say, hey, you missed this thing. Oh yeah, they missed this, so I need to make sure I do that. So that's gonna be great. So thanks everybody for joining me. Enjoy your Sunday, and yeah, I'll chat with you later. Insert comment here. Bye everybody.